Next up, headlights or death rays. This is the Frank Falcone disaster, and headlights at night. The eternal battle between just bright enough and why is the surface of the sun driving towards me? But for most of us, this annoyance ends with a quick flash of our own brights and a muttered, "What an idiot." For Frank Falcone, however, that wasn't enough. No, Frank decided to rewrite the traffic code with his front bumper. The 62-year-old Kentucky man wasn't just annoyed when a car heading his way in California allegedly had their brights on. He was personally offended. And what do you do when someone offends you on the road? Well, if you're Frank, you weaponize your car and ram them. Not once, not a casual, oops, I tapped you situation, 3 freaking times. Because why settle for passive aggression when you can go full Mad Max? And after playing out his rage-fueled demolition derby fantasy, Frank fled the scene, possibly expecting to vanish into thin air, like some kind of vehicular Batman. But spoiler alert, Frank, California has cops. They're surprisingly good at finding the guy who just left a breadcrumb trail of bent metal and shattered dreams. Now, when the police caught up with our genius road warrior, he delivered the kind of explanation you only get from someone truly committed to being the most unhinged person alive. It wasn't just the brightness, it was the potential radiation. Ah, yes. Radiation from headlights. You heard it here, folks. Your car's headlights aren't just making you squint, they're apparently one click away from turning you into a three-eyed mutant. Someone called the CDC. Frank just solved the mystery of why he's the way he is. Now, Frank's facing charges of assault with a deadly weapon, which feels like a polite way of saying, you lost your damn mind on the freeway. But luckily, the other driver is okay because being rammed by a 62-year-old with delusions of nuclear science wasn't enough to ruin their day. So the next time someone blinds you with their high beams, maybe take a deep breath, adjust your mirrors, and resist the urge to reenact a monster truck rally. Because unless you want to end up like Frank Falcone, forever known as the guy who thought headlights were Chernobyl, you might want to leave the road rage in your head where it belongs.